Hello everybody and welcome back to X-Gen, the segment where I talk about some of my favorite games from this last generation of consoles. Now, it is October and I think that means I am obligated to showcase at least one game with ghouls and or demons, so this week we're going to take a trip to hell and talk about Doom 2016. This game takes place in the year 2149. Scientist/android Samuel Hayden is running a research facility on Mars. In order to try and solve an energy crisis on Earth, the facility is attempting to draw energy from hell. Now hold on just 1 second. You're telling me that we got from using dinosaur bones as fuel to 100 plus years later we have finally run out of dinosaur bones and now we have to draw energy from literal hell. Elon Musk, how have you failed us? Anyways, multiple expeditions into hell are conducted, and along with that came the recovery of a sarcophagus containing the Doomslayer, who the demons had imprisoned during his last rampage. The facility gets overrun by demons because, in a classic heel turn, one of the researchers, Olivia Pierce, has made a pact with the demons and opened a portal to hell. This then causes Hayden to release the Doomslayer from the sarcophagus in order to stop the demons and close the portal. From there, a whole lot of ripping and tearing occurs until it is done, and all the pieces are moved into place for its eventual sequel. According to the game's executive producer, Marty Stratton, the key principles of Doom's single-player mode are badass demons, big effing guns, and moving really fast, and this game definitely has all three of those. This game, like Sunset Overdrive last week, is played best at high speeds. The best way for you to get more health and ammo is by killing more enemies, so you don't wait behind cover for a recharge, but instead run ahead and cause more destruction. One of the most helpful ways to recover health is by using glory kills. Glory kills are essentially really cool melee executions that activate whenever you do enough damage to an enemy. And if you don't feel like wasting your time chipping away at demons' health to be able to trigger a glory kill, you can always just pull out your chainsaw and shred them in half. Chainsaw kills also give you a whole bunch of ammunition so you can continue blasting your way through the Red Horde. As the game moves along and the scale of difficulty gets higher, it is up to the player to know which enemies to kill in what order to stop themselves from being overrun. Thankfully, the game provides you multiple options to dispatch enemies with, including the BFG 9000, the Super Shotgun, and many others. Not only do you get different weapons and ways to upgrade them, but you can also upgrade your Praetor suit health, navigation, and resistances. The hardest difficulty in this game is called Ultra Nightmare Mode, and it features permadeath, so if you die, your save file just gets deleted. It sounds like a really fun and totally not incredibly frustrating way to play a game, if you ask me. Prior to Doom 2016, I had no real love for the Doom series. I mean, I knew obviously it was one of the pioneers of the FPS genre, but I wasn't playing first-person shooters in 2004 when Doom 3 came out, so I never really had the chance to experience it. That being said, I pretty much enjoyed every moment of Doom 2016. It was difficult, but not too difficult, and I finally found out why so many people have been calling the Doomslayer the baddest man in gaming. The man's really got no fear. It's the demons who are locked in there with him and are going to have to fight to survive, because the Doomslayer is as much of an unkillable war machine as any character to grace any screen. One of my favorite parts of this game actually is throughout the game there are stone tablets that contain the lore, or pretty much the backstory of the Doomslayer's previous trips to the demon dimension. In fact, I'm going to play the first codex entry about him just because it sounds so darn cool and I feel the need to share it.
In the first age, in the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood, burned by the embers of Armageddon, his soul blistered by the fires of hell, and tainted beyond ascension. He chose the path of perpetual torment. In his ravenous hatred, he found no peace, and with boiling blood, he scoured the umbral plains, seeking vengeance against the Dark Lords who had wronged him. He wore the crown of the Night Sentinels, and those that tasted the bite of his sword named him the Doomslayer.
If that doesn't explain just who this guy is, I don't know what will. And of course, this video wouldn't be complete if I did not talk about this game's absolutely insane soundtrack, which won it Best Music/Sound Design at the 2016 Game Awards. The way that the heavy guitars and drums mixed with the spacey synths pounding in your ears while you run through hordes of demons is just so good. Like, I'm not even a fan of heavy metal, but the sound just fits the game so well that it really enhances the experience and your immersion. This game is definitely worth picking up and playing, especially now that the sequel Doom Eternal is out, which I promise I will eventually get to playing. I'm just in the middle of 100% in Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's a real grind. That is going to do it for me this week on X-Gen. Make sure to tune in next week to see another game I loved this generation. See ya!